Language. Good afternoon. Hi, this is Trisha. I am an Indigenous psychic, healer, and a spiritual mentor. I've been doing this for 25 years. Can you believe that? 25 years. That's insane. I feel like I should have a kid by now, but anyways. So here I am. I'm also the creator and founder of Deeply Intuitive. Unleash your gifts to attract abundance, to be empowered, and to gain confidence in connecting to your guides. And you could also follow me on my socials. So many things go above my head. You can follow me on Instagram. I show a lot of things I don't show on here. So go to instagram.com/trishacondo and also subscribe to my YouTube channel. Okay. Go to Trisha Condo, subscribe, and hit the notification bell to know when I'm uploading. Go to Clubhouse at Trisha Condo and follow me. Go to my TikTok at Trisha Condo and follow me there. Okay. And also go to my website, excuse me, which is trishacondo.com. I missed last weekend's email, but I'm going to be doing a big one this week and this weekend. I was just preoccupied with things here. And so, okay. Let me know where you're tuning in from so I can say hi to you. Let me know where you are in the world so I can say hi. Sorry, my nose is always itchy when I'm on camera because I think it's the heat. It's not nerves. I think it's just I'm aware. I'm aware I'm on camera and I seem to be like, ee. Okay. So let's come here. Okay. So let me know. I know it's kind of lagging right now. I don't know if it's lagging on your end, but I don't see comments right now. Let's see. Okay. I'm just waiting for, sometimes Facebook is I don't know why, but I think Facebook is rejecting some apps right now. They're rejecting a couple of things. So anyways, that's fine. I'm going to bring up my amethyst. I'm going to bring her out of hiding. So I don't see, okay, there you are. Okay, just give me a second. Somebody just messaged me. Okay. Okay. I'm just laughing because somebody's showing me something, an article. Thank you. I feel great. Susie from Winnipeg. Hey, Stacy from Cali. Hi, Angie. Now I'm starting to see everybody's comments. Hi, Jane. How are you? So yeah, this is the question, right? This is the big question. Naming the spirit of your business. Oof, that is a big one. Let me just see. I had it here and then it just seems to float away. Just give me a second. I just had it and then it just, okay, here we go. So, in the first part of the half, we talked about Indigenous mindset last week. So today we're going to be talking about naming the spirit of your program. So how do I get so just a little bit know about me. I've been an Indigenous psychic for about 25 years. And I'm going to be 46 this May 13th, next, I think Thursday. I'm going to be 46. Yeah, I don't look 46. Thank you. I just take care of myself and I have my mother's genes, which makes me look young. So the thing is, when you name the spirit of your business, especially your program, so if we were going to look at the Eagle's vision, we're going to look at what you would name your program, right? And it has to do with you as a brand. So I know I've branded myself really well. In the beginning, it wasn't so obvious. I was floundering everywhere. I didn't have a clue what branding was. I thought I knew. It's more than just your colors, your fonts, the messaging. It goes way beyond that. It goes way beyond that. And it comes down to you as a brand. And when I started to know and understand and really know the spirit of a brand and the spirit of my program, especially going out further into the business. So when I had to know the spirit of my program, I went through some evolutions. So the first time that I did it, oh geez, it had to be 9 years ago. I think it was 9 or 10 years, maybe more than that, 11 years ago, when I first came up with the name of even a course. So when I started with the course, it just came to me. Um, it just came to me, and I was actually outside at the time, and it has to do with the way I perceive things, right? So, as an indigenous psychic, as a medicine woman, as a healer, I see things differently than everybody else. And so it kind of came to me. And I was outside, I was walking around, and then I was asking my guides and my ancestors and all of them. And I said, what is the name of my business? And so I went into this sort of process of naming the spirit of my program. First, it was an e-course, and then I went into something else, and it evolved. Why am I telling you this? Because when you start to, if you do need some help with the naming the spirit of your program, there's a process that I go through. And I remember when I looked at the naming, and it was very generic, and it wasn't juicy, and it was just, but you have to go through these things. But I went through a long learning curve, which you don't have to do. So what I'm going to tell you is, when you name the spirit of your program, it has to resonate with you, but it also has to resonate with the people you're talking to. So if you don't have a clue who you're talking to, like when I talk about your audience, okay? If you don't know who your audience is, then the thing is, you really almost have to look at one thing, okay? The one thing is obvious, and that will help you kind of, it will name everything. It will name your products, your services, your programs. Let's get back to the program. It will name everything. And it was so obvious. I was like, it was it was like the smoke was in front of my face, and I when I peered through the smoke, it was just like, ah, oh, okay. Ah, it seems so obvious. And I was like, wow, okay. So when you name the spirit of your program, okay, does anybody know, does anybody have any does anybody have a program right now? Okay, because you got to look at you have to look at the spirit of what's coming up for you, what is rising up for you. That is the one thing I had to look at, and it was so obvious. The second thing is, you're going to have to look at yourself. That was the one thing I had to look at me. Then you got to look at your brand. Then you got to look at what you're offering to people. But first of all, you're going to have to look at yourself. That is one of the biggest things I had to learn. And it was so obvious in my face. It was just like, what? No way. No way. But it was true. So, does anybody have an idea of the spirit of the program that you're offering? Or are you all over the place? Or are you trying to compare yourself to people? What's going on? So, hi, Jane. Christine says, thank you. Hi, no program. Ah, no program. Okay. So, are you comparing yourself, Christine, to other people? That is the big thing. I would always compare myself to these big people that were already influencers, and that would stop me. Or I would try to morph into what everybody was offering, and I was like, I didn't get noticed at all. So no program, Christine. Okay. So are you having a hard time with coming with the spirit of your program? That is one of the things I had to learn. So Jenna says, hi, Trisha, I finally figured. It's so interesting how people say, I finally figured it out. The thing is with, and I'm not knocking anybody. The thing with competition is it locks your spirit up and you don't become creative. And it totally cuts you off to really landing your spirit in. And that means you need to land in. And if you're not landing in and you're constantly doing this, listening to this place, this head, it will not come through. I could be the most experienced marketer out there. And if it doesn't, if you're always in here, it will not come down in. You won't let them in. You won't let the spiritual, the creative juices flow. It won't come in. That's how it happened to me. So you will not figure this out. It will not come in like that. And I know some people are going to say, well, that's the way it goes. Well, I'm going to be really honest with you, and I prefer to be honest. I've been doing this 9 years online spiritual business, and I've made 6 figures. And let me tell you, here is not going to get you anywhere. Practical stuff, yes, but naming the spirit of your program, it will not come through here. It will come in here. It will come through guidance. So I finally figured out the spirit of what I do. So the name just came yesterday. Okay. The name will come, but if there's nobody interested in what you do, you'll know right away. You'll know right away. I was just, here. You cannot figure this out. I'm just telling you. I'm just letting you know. You cannot figure this out. I was trying to come across something. I wasn't for a long time so confused in my head and talked to. Okay. See, what happens is we go shop around. That is not the way to go when you shop around and say, this is this good, is that good, is this good, is this that doesn't work. Shopping it around, asking people, is this it, is this right? It's just the ego going in circles and driving you nuts. I'm sorry, but I gotta be really honest. That will not get you. Nope, just won't. So Susie says, I asked the help of my guides for the name of my platform. It's awesome. My guides gave me the name and the day. Hey, right on. I love that. I love hearing about that. I'm so relieved. Yeah. So a lot of you are saying that. Great. So have you launched it? It's an idea? Then now, have you gone with it? Or is it still in here? Are you still running around to people, or is it just you just, it's like, I hear this a lot. I really do. Oh, I have this great idea, and then it doesn't go anywhere. How many people are like that? I was like that. And I had an idea for my business program for 2 years. Yeah, I was so psyched and so ready, and then all of a sudden it didn't go anywhere. I was just happy it was there. And it didn't go anywhere. It did not go anywhere. It was an intellectual thing that I just didn't do it. It was a fear thing. And then I launched it just a couple of weeks ago. I got one person just like that. Too much in your head trying to figure it out, and I'm trying to be perfect, and I'm trying to do this and trying to do that. Is it catchy? And I'm just eating a chocolate chip. So I'm going to shop it around. I've got to be safe. I've got to be perfect. I'm going to tell you about perfection. Doesn't go anywhere. You seen my video this morning. That wasn't me being perfect. Half the time I forget what I'm going to say. A lot of the stuff that the name and the spirit of your program is very channeled. It very comes through. And I teach that on the inside of my launch and monetize your gifts. Because if it's just sitting there doing nothing, it's a nice idea. Nothing's going to happen. Remember, I was sat on the idea of my program for 2 years. And that's the truth. That's the truth. 2 years I sat on it. And I was so excited and nothing happened. Nada. I put it off the ground. It's a baby project, a month old. Hey, right on, Susie. So when you don't sit on things, okay, and you're going to ask yourself, okay, what am I sitting on? What am I sitting on? Because when you name the spirit of your program, it takes off. And the other thing is you've gotta be visible with it. If you're in the background praying and hoping things will turn out, that's another thing. So you need to have the branding on point. You need to have your voice up there. You need to have your own unique voice, the way you say things, how you say it. You need to know all these things. This is part of when you have a program, okay, when you have the program and it's so simple. The way I do it is so simple. You know, I've made 6 figures in a year, actually in 11 months. And I was completely myself. I didn't change in anybody else. And now I have a new program that's coming out. And it was so simple. Do. I didn't think about it. It was just like, that's it. That's all. But there's a certain way you package yourself. So if you have that going on, if you have a certain way to package yourself, right, that appeals to a certain target market and all that, that's marketing. Okay. And I know some people who say things and don't do anything, who say things, yeah, and then I see them and they're floundering all over the place. They're jumping here, jumping there, jumping here, jumping there. And it's just like, it's like a dog chasing its tail. It's just like, and I'm being quite honest. I prefer to be honest than blow smoke up your butt. I know some people do that. They're very good at that. It's just not my thing. So naming the spirit of your business is a huge indigenous thing that I do. And I've seen it done in my culture where they name things, they give names to people. And for me, my last name is Kondo, which means Gunda. It's stone or rock. And so when we name things, it becomes real. But you also have to take the next step. And if you're afraid to take the next step, you have an idea and you're like, well, I don't know if it's the right name, or it doesn't seem to be, there's something going on with you. That is the truth. There's something going on with you. You're scared to be out there. You're scared to make your voice unique. You're trying to copy this one, that one. I've been there. I'm trying to be like this, and it doesn't seem to work. No, because it won't. But when you get into the spirit of your program, then things take off. I'm proof. I've proven this over, I've been very successful with my programs. Everything I launch, it sells. It sells. I'm not scared to be on camera, obviously. I'm not scared to put myself out there. But if you're scared, People can feel that. They can feel that, and you will scare them off. And but if you know who you are, you know what you're offering is really cool, people will say, oh shit. Oh, I'm not supposed to say that. They'll say, okay, all right, okay. So I can help you with the naming the spirit of your program. Mine is like launch and monetize your gifts. And and my brand is on point, um, what I offer is on point because I've gone through these indicators of what sells, and I've learned this. Okay. I've learned this over the years. I've taken so many programs and I've invested in so much money in branding and, doing target markets and all that. I know what I'm talking about. If you are, if you are shy about this, then there's something you need to look at that. Okay. If you're shy about this, I just had a student sign up for my launch and monetize your gifts. And this person is shy too. I was very shy when I started. Oh, Jesus, I didn't want to be on camera at all. But it's the only way you're going to be out there. People need you. That is the big thing. People do need you. The thing is, do you want to be needed? Do you want to help people? Okay. So when I named my program, I did have a little bit of help. Okay. But when I landed into it, it was just like, okay, this is what. But my first program was Spirit Guide e-course. That just came to me. But now to market it and launch and monetize your gifts, that is when you start helping people. Okay? When you start helping people, when you start attracting your ideal people, your students, and making money, that's a whole different ballgame. That's really good marketing and messaging. And plus, you need to get your name out there to the right people. Because if you're putting your offer out there and you're just getting people who are just asking for, I'm going to say this politely, free stuff all the time, and they want you to have free, 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 and you're burning yourself out, free, free, and they're always asking for the same thing, free, 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 free. Do you have anything free? Do you have anything free? And I'm not knocking people who are like that. I was once like that. But, and if you're catering to that market who are just never going to buy from you, you got to look at yourself and look at why are you doing this? And I don't mean helping out people is one thing, but catering to people who are just going to take and take and take, those are not your people and never will be. They might be supportive of you, great, but free doesn't pay the bills. Free, repeat this, free doesn't pay the bills. Free doesn't pay the bills. And I'm going to be upfront and genuine and honest about this and transparent. Free does not pay the bills. It sucks you dry. Okay? It sucks you dry. I've been there. I've been there. I speak from experience. Now, there's a certain way you can do this, where you can do free this and free that, but not pepper it all over the place. Mm-mm-mm-mm. Nope. A lot of people are not going to like what I'm saying. That's okay. I'd rather be honest than blow smoke up your butt. So with that being said, naming the spirit of your program is very important because I know how to do it because I have experience. I've made 6 figures in 11 months. I know what I'm talking about. There's certain indicators. Certain indicators. that will attract people like that. Then you need to go into advertising and then marketing. And I have experience with that. Okay. And what I do is I help you name the spirit of your program, everything else, your branding, and I've got proven process on how to do that. I've done this for 9 years. I've been online for 9 years. 9 years. I know what I'm talking about. I sound like a brand. I sound like a business coach. I kind of am. I'm kind of like a business mentor because I've done this for so long. So, does anybody have any comments or questions before I head off? I work as a coach after work. I used to do that. I was working full time as a teacher, and then I would do my mentoring business after work and on the weekends. And I did really well. And I had to make a choice. And I chose this. I'll ask for your help after I get paid. Okay, great. So if you're serious about up leveling and naming the spirit of your program, I can help you with that because I know what works. And oh, I love you too, Jenna. I know what works and what doesn't work. I know what flops and what really goes because I've had a lot of people ask me over the years, what do you see as happening? So you need to start somewhere. And it does take energy and it does take time and it does take you investing in yourself. I've invested a lot of money. If you knew how much I invested in myself, you guys would probably have a heart attack. I'm just putting my link here because I've got to go soon. I've invested in myself a lot. And I've heard all the stories saying, well, that's really, oh, that's nice. You're doing that. I've been talked down to. I've been told you're nuts. I've been told, why don't you go for a normal job? And quite honestly, that's your job. That's your dream, not mine. I was just like, yeah, that's your thing, not mine. So I decided to go all in. I just put 2 feet in and I'm like, I'm going all the way. And just last month, I made 15K, 15,000 in 1 month. My method works. It does. So if you want to schedule a free breakthrough call here, it is right there. If you're ready, when you're ready, I'm not here to convince you. I'm going to be really honest with you. I am not here to convince you. These are not free soul readings. Okay. I've had people do that. These are not free soul readings. I'm not reading you in this call. Okay. It's just to assess whether we're a good fit. Okay. To be really honest with you. I prefer to be honest than blow smoke up your butt. Okay. You're really ready and committed. And you really want to go 2 feet in, like Trisha, teach me what you know, because that's what I do. Okay, we go into the naming the spirit of your business, naming your program. We go into who you want to talk to and all that stuff. Okay, I teach you about advertising. I teach you about marketing. I teach you about copy. I teach you about everything. The technical side, how to monetize your gifts, how to launch your gifts. I do all of it. And I show you proven copy. I show you proven process of what I do. And I show you how to advertise. And I have my own team in the background that's going to help you. Okay. I teach about other social media. I teach about Instagram. I teach about YouTube. I teach about also help you with your website if you don't have one. So, Trish, how long does monetize your gifts? What does it mean? How long does How long is the mastermind? It is 6 months. So I already have one of my previous students in my, she just started last week. So it is 6 months. And I teach you. I teach you everything. What I've done, like proven sales copy, proven a framework and everything. So yeah, that's okay. I know what you meant. So it is 6 months. It's a mastermind. Okay. So you're in a team and other people are going to be helping you with this. So you're not alone. And I was part of a mastermind a year long, actually. And I had a lot of people helping me with my program, with my business in the background. And I'm so grateful I had that experience. So you don't need to go at it alone. You really don't. You don't need to go at this alone. I see so many people going at this alone and struggling. And this is the new way of doing businesses online. It is true. So if you're looking for support and accountability and a kick in the butt, I can provide that. And I will handhold you. Okay. Only if you're serious. You're like, okay, I want to take this a step further. I want to go a little bit more. I've tried this and I've tried that. And see, I don't go into competition. That is more a non-Indigenous thing. I don't believe in that. I believe more in cooperation and collaboration, more interconnectedness. And that's more the way that I function as a spiritual mentor and a business mentor. I just don't believe in that. I think that's the non-Indigenous way is more like competition and I'm going to step all over you and be deceitful. That's not my way. That's not a healing way. That's not healing. It's more or less, mine is more the Indigenous way of, bringing the spirit into things and into business. And that is what I do. If you're ready for business, and that's the way that I've always done business. And you don't need to be, scammy or, pushy or anything like that. And I teach you sales besides that. I give you a sales script that I use myself. And you don't have to guess on anything. And I do help you with sales. So I've done sales, oh my God, 9 years. And people ask me the number one thing is, how do you sell so well? It's because I use my gifts and I also know how to sell. And I also help you in the background. I do have a Facebook ads expert. I will teach you or help you with your Facebook ads and your Instagram and your YouTube. If you're trying to go in that way, I do have a Facebook ads person, and I do have a God, what's the word? You're gonna have me as a copywriter, and I do have a copywriter on my team too. So if you need some help with all of this and you're like, instead of like going for this program and this one, I've done that where you're going and it's costly. Let me tell you, if you're going in individual programs and you're grabbing this and this and this and this and this and this, it can really ramp up your credit card. It can. And then you get disappointed or you get lost in the shuffle of a group program where there's like hundreds or, you know, thousands of people online, these Zoom calls. I've been to many of them. And you get lost in the shuffle and it's not really personalized or customized. So if you're looking for more of support and accountability and people who are at your level, because I know what it's like when you work with other people and they're not at your level and they don't get you or understand the energy of what you're doing, and you want to get out there and you're like, ah, okay. So if you're trying to cut and copy and paste, and you're not being yourself, then there's a problem too, right? Okay, guys, I've been on here a little too long. I was supposed to be only on here 10 minutes. So I'm going to go. And if you're seriously looking at me and been watching me for a while and you're probably a lurker watching me and you're like, well, I'm going to try this. Okay, you can go on your merry way and try that. I always have people saying, okay, I'm ready for you. It is an investment, I've invested a ton of money into marketing and advertising and copywriting and Facebook ads. I've spent, I'm gonna be quite honest, almost 30,000 or maybe more on Facebook advertising. Mm-hmm. It's probably more. I think it's been about that. And you have to invest in yourself. And I'm not going to convince you to work with me, but at least I'm going to be honest with you. What works doesn't work. So I've been through it, been 9 years. And if you're looking at me and saying, yeah, I think I want to get into this. Okay. I seen your comment. So you have a great day too, Jenna. Okay. So if you're ready for me and you're trying to do this by yourself and you're kind of getting, you're, I've spent hardly anything. Mm, one Facebook ad. I spent more than that. I have like 5 Facebook ads going right now. You have to lean in and spend on yourself. How are people going to invest in you if you don't even invest in yourself? That quote stayed with me. One of my mentors said that. How are people going to invest in you if you haven't even invested in yourself? Whoa. Yeah, that makes sense. That was like a tick tick, like a light bulb moment. It was just like, that makes sense. That makes sense. And that shut me up right there. And I was just like, yes. Well, I've got to go. How are people going to invest in you when you're scared to invest in yourself? I sat with that for like, huh. Then I decided to invest in myself. And then the rest is history. Okay. How are people going to invest in you if you're too afraid to invest in yourself and you're tiptoeing around everything and you're like, well, yeah, not going to happen. You had to invest in a house, right, to live in. You had to invest in a car to drive. You had to invest in clothes to wear, or else you'd be naked. You have to invest in glasses like I did to see. You have to invest in a hair color to look nice. You have to invest in a doctor so you can live a long life. It's the same thing with your business. You got to invest in your teeth. I invested 10,000 in my braces. Yeah. I'm not, I don't know why people think this is new. You have to invest in yourself. When you went to university, someone paid for your university, or you went for loans. You invested in yourself anyways. It's the same thing. It's the same thing. When you buy a dog, you invest in a dog. Same thing. How are people going to invest in you if you don't even bother investing in yourself? They won't even look at you. Just saying. I'm just saying. Okay. Like you had to buy a laptop, you had to buy an iPhone, you had to do all these things in order to see what I'm doing. I'm just saying. All right, guys. It's a smudge bomb right there. All right, guys, I'm going to go. I wish you all a great day. If you're interested and you're serious, like you're serious on putting in money for yourself and saying, okay, that is like holy jeez. That's right. Wow. I'm just saying. I'm going to go because word of mouth. Yeah, you can try the free stuff, but it'll take you a while. I'm just going to be really honest with you. Word of mouth, it works, but you have to invest in yourself. Okay, so I am going to go. Okay. You can try all the free ways. You can try it, but if you're not connected with the right person, you know, that's another thing. Okay, guys, there's the thing, the link right there, and I will be happy to talk to you. I'm going to open some more spots today and tomorrow. And if you want to talk to me instead of just talking in circles, yeah, it could take decades. It took me almost 10 years. If you want to try it that way, go right ahead. I'm not knocking you. I'm just saying it will take you a while. With everything changing all the time, you have to know what's working. Sorry, those are my crystals. What's working and what's not working. And you have to know what's working. I know what's working. Okay, guys, I gotta go. I wish you all a great day and you take care of yourself, okay? Abnamotas.